This is assignment 6-1, the V-slide plate. We'll start a new part. It's going to be in inches. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and save my part. And this is 6-1, V-slide plate. Alright, so I'm going to start my new sketch, and I'm going to put that on the XY plane. And this one, it's not going to give you all of the dimensions, and that is by design. You are going to be placing your constraints using the geometric constraints, and that will allow you to get it in the right place without having an explicit dimension. So we'll start with the center circular feature. Place that right on the origin like I always do. And I don't feel like doing math today, so I'm going to let Inventor do it for me. Shows us that we have a radius of 0.875, and I want to multiply that by 2. Okay, so that gives us 1.75. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw my other circular features. So these are actually arcs, but they start out as circles, and it's going to be a lot easier for us to do that and make them tangent and whatnot if we draw those first and draw them as circles. So this one is also a radius of 0.875, so we know that that is 1.75 now. We can do the same thing on this side. Alright, and it does give us the dimension from the center of this circle to the center of these is going to be 2.25 in the horizontal direction. It does not give us the vertical dimension, but our constraints will put us there. So this is 2.25, and same with this one. Okay, and now I'm going to do the 2 at the bottom. Actually, I'm going to put a horizontal constraint on these so that they're exactly level. Right, I'm going to do my circles at the bottom. This one is a little different. Once again, still don't feel like doing math. So 0.625 times 2. And what I'll do this time, just to show you, you don't necessarily have to draw this part again. We can come up and do copy. We want to choose our circle, choose the base point, which is where you'll move it from. And let's just go directly over to the side. And done. And now we have 2 circles. And it tells us that the center of this one is 1.375 from the center. Okay, and the same for the other side. Alright, there we are. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line across the bottom and connect these 2 circles. I'm going to use my tangent constraint. They look like they're tangent, but we're going to make sure. Okay. And then it tells me that from the center of that circle to the very bottom is 2.75. Okay. So now we can start drawing some of our other lines. So I know it's going to extend from this circle to this one, and it's going to be tangent at both ends. So I'm just going to draw this kind of an arbitrary line. I'm going to go ahead and do the other one too. I'm going to use my tangent constraint, make these tangent to each other, and then make these tangent to each other. Same over here. There we go. Alright, so now we can draw the inside lines as well. And I don't know, see we have that little flat piece up here, so I don't know exactly where it's going to go, so I'm just going to kind of draw a line up here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And those 2 lines are going to be tangent to the inner circle as well. Right, and then it also says that these 2 lines are going to be parallel for each other. And it gives us a distance of 1.625. However, you want to make sure you put the parallel constraint on this before putting your dimension on there. because it could give you something really weird. It'll actually give you an angle constraint instead of a distance. So now I can put my distance in. That is 1.625. Same over here. And it automatically made it. We're good. All right, and see now the last thing we need to do is draw this line up here. So I'm going to go somewhere around there, and I'm going to end it on that line. And same over here. And it tells us these two lines are perpendicular, so I think it gave us that constraint already, but we're going to add it anyway just to be sure. Okay. And we know that these lines are tangent as well. There we go. And then we can trim off all this good stuff up here. Let's make sure I'm not missing any dimensions or anything here. Yep, looks good. All right, so we'll use our trim. We'll trim off this guy first. All right, looking good so far. We can trim that one off and that. So there we are, and you can hit the F8 key, or you can do show all constraints, which is once again F8, and it shows you all these. Let's double check and make sure we're not missing any. Everything looks good there, so we can finish our sketch. And it doesn't give us a thickness dimension, but it does tell us at the top that the plate thickness is 1/4 of an inch. So we'll extrude a 1/4 of an inch and say OK. All right, so we have this now. We can go ahead and save it again. And now we can open our drawing file. Bring this up. We want the ANSI IDW. Base. Let's see how big the 2 is. I think the 2 is going to be way too big. Oh, yeah. We'll do the 1. I think that one's plenty fine. Right, so there are all of our views. We're going to come in here. Let's see. I am going to put a center mark here, just so that I can see everything. Actually, you know what? I don't like those. We're going to get rid of those. All right, let's start with our dimensions. So you have a 0.88. It is 875, and if you want it to stay that way, come to your primary tolerance and make that. Okay. Oh, that didn't change it. That's supposed to change it. Here we go. There we are, primary unit, not primary tolerance. All right, so we have that one. And remember, you only have to do one if it is a symmetrical part. You don't have to do it on both sides. Dimension, is it going to be the center of that one? Oh, no, cancel. Alright, so there's that dimension. We'll put this one, where do I want to put it? I'll put it down here. And same thing up here. And here to here. All right, let's see. I think that is everything. That's all the dimensions that you can place. Do we have any sketch symbols? No. All right. That is the part. Oh, we need the thickness. There we are. All right, and that is the V-slide plate.